I've been in Japan for 4 years, and in that time, I've learned to love and appreciate everything Japan has to offer. However, even to this day, I experience culture shocks all the time. So today, I want to talk about 10 different cultural facts that might surprise you when you come visit Japan someday. Oi, oi. Number 1, extreme quiet in public places. You see, Japan is known for its culture of privacy, consideration, and respect. This is why people tend to follow the rules when it comes to being polite and being quiet in public spaces. The idea is, if you are going to distract, disrupt, or inconvenience someone, just don't do it. This is especially common in public places like train stations or even subways. A lot of times people are in their phones, but they tend to use headphones in order to either watch media or do any kind of activity that involves noise. Coming from New York, where the train subway tends to be a theater of sorts, this is a complete shocker. Number 2, wearing masks even when not sick. In America, we're used to wearing masks when we're sick in order to prevent others from also catching what you have. However, in Japan, they take it a step further. They actually wear masks in order to hide their faces or as a form of expression, a style, or even a sense of beauty. Many times you will see people wearing masks in order to try to hide their looks, or because they are a bit shy, they think that by doing this, they can feel more comfortable going outside. This is why markets have started to sell masks in all kinds of shapes and colors in order to appeal to the market so that they have options to purchase from. That's why when you come to Japan, a lot of times you're going to be surprised how many people love to wear masks, and a lot of times, none of them are sick. Number 3, not eating while walking. Now, to be clear, there is a specific situation for this. A lot of times when you go to festivals, carnivals, or things of that nature, yes, people do eat and walk. However, this is more for everyday life out in the street. So often, people will go to a convenience store and purchase something to eat and either stand at a corner and finish eating it or just take it home. You won't see them just walking down the street and eating it because a lot of times they won't have anywhere to throw the trash out. Yes, this segues perfectly onto number 4, no trash cans outside. Now, admittedly, at first, I did not like this. I always find myself, like I said, eating something from the convenience store and then just quickly finding somewhere to throw the trash out. However, when I came to Japan, that was not an option. You see, because there is no trash cans out here, people tend to just take their trash home, or better yet, they tend to keep a bag just for that kind of situation. And because of that, no one really throws trash on the floor here in Japan. That's one of the many reasons when you walk down the street, you will notice Japan is a very beautiful and clean country. There's just no trash anywhere because people just leave it at home or at the market where they purchased it. Now, I completely agree with the idea. That's why my neighborhood seems to be very clean. Now, going into your house, number 5 is bathroom slippers. When you go into your house here in Japan, you tend to change shoes onto your house slippers. You don't wear shoes inside. However, in addition to that, you also have bathroom slippers that you have to change into when you go to use the bathroom. The reason is, you tend to walk around your house in your normal slippers, but if you use the bathroom as well, any kind of nasty stuff that could get onto your slippers, you would then end up taking that into the rest of your house too. That is why, if you have your own private bathroom slippers, any trash or nasty stuff that could get on them stays in the bathroom. This is an idea that I've also had to kind of get my head wrapped around, but it makes sense now. Number 6, hanging laundry outside. Now, in America, I'm pretty sure for everyone, you tend to just use a dryer. Or that, or you have a washer/dryer combo that does both for you. Sure, people do hang their laundries outside from time to time, but it's not something you typically see. In Japan, everyone hangs their laundry. In fact, it's uncommon if you don't do that. People really care about the quality of their clothing here, and it's more natural to just use the sunlight that we have to dry it because it's safer for the clothes. It prevents them from shrinking or getting damaged in the laundry. Number 7, and this is probably the one that affected me the most, is raw eggs. Eating raw eggs in America is taboo. You just don't do it. You don't trust it. You don't like it. It's not something you willfully do because it's just not healthy. In Japan, that is very common to do, especially if you buy super fresh eggs which in the countryside there is plenty of. Japan, they truly care about the quality of food and the freshness of it. Therefore, something like eggs is not something that are left on shelves or purchased at a very late date. Everything here is super fresh, and if it's later than an afternoon, it goes on discount. That's why if you decide to try raw eggs in Japan, you could do it with peace of mind because it is honestly incredibly delicious. Number 8, lining up perfectly. A lot of times, if you go to like a train station or somewhere that requires there to be a line formed, people here follow that line. Now, where I come from, there was no line, and if there was, it was chaotic. However, here, like I said, people's culture is to be respectful and be considerate of other people. That's why when it comes to making things like a line, people tend to do those very well. Number 9 is lost and found. Lost items are returned very frequently here in Japan, especially on the countryside. Now, in America, if you lose something, you can consider it gone. Someone took it, someone stole it, something happened to it, you don't know, but you'll probably never see it again. In Japan, a lot of times you will come across a situation where either people don't touch it, or if they do, they give it to a service center for them to then be able to claim it later. The last one is children commuting alone. In Japan, children are allowed to commute basically anywhere where they need to, as long as it's within a specific range and for a purpose, by themselves. This is because Japan is one of the safest countries in the world, and the priority for children's safety is even more. Therefore, kids are able to walk to school, go to the supermarket, go to a cram school if they need to, or even take the subway to a designated location by themselves. Of course, parents keep accountability and make sure that the kids are properly guided and make it to where they have to. However, they are trusted to be able to make it from destination A to B because it's just the normal thing to do here in Japan. Those are 10 things about Japan culture that might really shock you if you ever come here and you stay long enough to see. Let me know which one mostly surprised you and which one are you okay with. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.